Okay, so I've been thinking about this before the show, and I have a lot of ideas.
Well, I'll just say this isn't mandatory update. We've got to be nice. We can't, do a bunch of zingers about the games or something.
We're nice. It's my favorite part, though. I love this. I wrote so many zingers for this.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, how many indie devs does it take to make a point and click?
No, not like that.
Oh, yeah, okay, well, maybe they call it a game jam. Is it a game or a jam?
These games deserve to be celebrated, not skewered like week-old meat by your goofs and gaffes.
Week-old meat? Oh, what are you
Besides,
talking about?
You don't know how Sarah can get. She's going to watch this later. She takes these awards very seriously. Last year, I saw a new side of her. Frankly, a dark, savage side. It scared me. It excited me a little bit too, but it mostly scared me.
Well, look around you. She's not here, okay? I took her spot. I am the new Sarah, okay? And how could she possibly stop us?
I'm here! I'm here! Oh, God, I can do it. I'm ready. Ready to present.
Were you under the table there? What are you doing down there?
I can do it.
Oh, my God. She's dead.
Sarah?
Whoa! I'm here.
Why are you here?
Yeah, Isla said you couldn't make it. She begged me to host for you. I had plans for this. Hilarious plans.
No, I'm sure. I know I can do this. It's just these SAG-AFTRA interactive negotiations, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that must be keeping you really busy.
Yeah, plus there's my actual job as an actor, director, etc., etc.,
etc. You're very busy.
And then there's the orphans I take care of.
Orphans?
Horse orphans. Yep. So many horse orphans and their huge mouths to feed.
Okay, I think you made up the horse orphan stuff there, but the SAG-AFTRA negotiations are important work. It's okay if you do feel like taking it easy this year.
You're very, very kind, Elise, but I really love doing the show and celebrating all the hard work of these incredible devs. I really, really want to do the show for them. Just a little wiped.
Yes, but what you're fighting for, it helps them too, okay? Not only because you are taking care of actors and that means better art, but because you're setting the precedent for digital labor rights going forward.
Yeah, and the devs in IndieCade Festival have careers that could be threatened by use of generative AI, so by drawing a line in the sand for actors, others will benefit too.
Yeah, they can point to the rights and protections that SAG-AFTRA secures and say, I want that. Yeah, this year's festival is packed with amazing games, Sarah. We should celebrate them tonight, but also by working to make sure that their work is respected by people using AI in the future, and you are doing that.
Yeah!
Well, yeah. That was really sincere. You didn't have any sarcastic jokes at all about these games or anything.
What?
These are great games.
It's true. Elise, you have really inspired me. I'm all fired up. I think I'm ready to host the show now.
Oh, okay.
What?
You just enjoy the
you can stay too.
We'll do a three.
Please stay.
Come on, stay. Stay.
For real, you should stay.
It'll be fine.
No fooling, you mean it?
No, for real.
Okay, great. Let's start the show.
The ceremony is about to begin. Please welcome your hosts, Sarah Elmale, Isla Hank, and Elise Willems. Sarah is an actor and voice director for AAA and indie games, from Fortnite and Hi-Fi Rush to Gone Home and After Party. Isla is the co-head of Easy Allies, as well as a writer, director, and musician. Elise is a co-writer of Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed and a host, writer, and showrunner of the 30 Morbid Minutes podcast. She's also a cast member and creative force behind the comedy channel Funhouse.
Hello and welcome to the 2023 IndieCade Awards. We come to you once again from the Easy Allies studio, and you may have noticed one other big change this year.
New bra?
You may have noticed two big changes this year. We're pleased to have Elise Willems here with us as our third host.
Thanks, Trips host. Put it in, everyone.
Woo! It's like girl dinner, but with a buffet of amazing indie games.
Elise and I have a rich, years-long history of co-hosting a video games news show called Mandatory Update, so this should be fun.
Y'all are hilarious together.
No, I mean, seriously.
You're
hilarious. You're a true talent.
Friends, it is an honor to share a stage with you.
And you.
Thank you so much. What hasn't changed about this show is honoring a year of imaginative and visionary independent games, projects that confound our expectations of what games can do and give voice to fresh stories and perspectives. For example, many of tonight's nominees explore queerness in modern life.
Elise, you're straight. Why don't you handle these?
Here we go! This year we have Mother Player, an experimental game that explores the struggles of parenthood from the perspective of a burnt-out pansexual artist. It's based on the artist's real experience of becoming pregnant as the pandemic began. How was that?
Good start. We'll make an IndieCade host out of you yet. Keep going.
Great.
Keep going.
You'll also find Goodbye Volcano High in this year's festival. It's a game about dinosaurs at the end of high school and the start of a big change in their lives. It'll have you saying, that game is one queer bird. Get it? Because they're dinosaurs and dinosaurs are birds.
Don't improv. Sarah, how about you take over?
Sure. How about Valiant or Val's Guide to Having a Broken Vag? You play as a young non-binary student who struggles with their relationship to their body and society's lessons about sex. See, that's how you do it.
Okay, I think I got it now. Okay, well, I will do the next one. Let me do this one. We are also proud to share with you the game... No, I don't think this title's for me to read. Sarah?
Sure. Yeah, okay. Nope, that's an Isla title.
He fucked the girl out of me. This semi-autobiographical visual novel explores trauma, sex work, and the attempt to move past feelings of shame. It's a sincere, heartfelt work with a name that only cowards couldn't say out loud.
Speaking of loud, several of tonight's games focus on the power of music.
Oh! Games like Dead Pets Unleashed, a narrative where you help a demonic punk band called Dead Pets finally find their big break. Or We Are OFK, a series of 5 interactive music videos about the cost of following your dreams. Also, The Forest Quartet, where you play as a dead singer who helps her former band play their final concert. You know, music making involves a lot of struggle, sacrifice, and trauma.
Nothing like game development, thank goodness.
If the challenges of music making don't wet your whistle, let's think globally. Many nominees explored environmental themes or fears around climate change. Check out Ecosystem, where you grow and modify your own, well, ecosystem.
Does what it says on the tin.
Right.
I respect it.
And Decarbonize, the strategy card game with climate change as your opponent. Plenty of buzz about that one.
Okay, I'm taking over. Sometimes climate fears give way to full-on apocalypse, like in Roman Sands Rebuild. Serve the inhabitants of a mysterious luxury resort as they wait for the sun to swallow the world.
Why do you think we have so many games about troubling times? Like, are we okay? I don't think we're okay, are we?
Yeah, I don't...
No.
But that, I mean, that's what's great about IndieCade, right? It tells it like it is.
For truth and justice. Let's start giving out these awards.
First up, we've got the award for visual design.
The eyes, as they say, are the windows to the soul, are they not?
Sure.
Yeah, they are the gates, the invitation, the glistening peephole to all the brilliant, nuanced thoughts and feelings therein. They say nothing but speak volumes.
Right, land the plane.
Visual design, Isla.
Okay.
The decisions, skills, and talents brought to bear in a game's visual design are among the first things to affect the viewer. They reveal the game's truth in a fundamental and immediately impactful way.
Unless, dear Sarah, they lie and deliberately obfuscate that truth for some mysterious purpose. Like a guy you think is really sensitive and a good listener, but actually he just has long eyelashes and rarely blinks.
What?
She knows the type. Please, we've seen too much. Give us a moment.
All right, well, anyway, the point is these games look real good. Let's have a little gander at these beautiful nominees, shall we?
The nominees for visual design are Blue Suburbia, Cryptmaster, Mother Player, Roman Sands Rebuild, and World of Horror.
Here to present this year's Visual Design Award is Alexandra Samper, handling international relations at TLR Games, winner last year for IDEA.
Hi, I'm Alexandra Samper from TLR Games, creators of IDEA, the game, and I'm here to present the winner of the Visual Design Award of this year. As games grow across boundaries, platforms, and formats, the craft of animation and art are harnessed in an ever-growing number of ways. The delicate work of creating a living, breathing world through the design of environments, the movement of characters, the color of the sky, the shapes of the text and icons, and more has become a defining field for games and play. The Visual Design Award celebrates accomplishment and innovation by these masterful artists. So, the winner of the Visual Design Award of this year is World of Horror's developer Panstaz. Congratulations!
From the Jury. World of Horror is an intensely cohesive and coherent game, combining its consistent and remarkable art style with a fascinating and in-depth narrative. The visual integration of the slightly frustrating user interface into the game feels very apt. It respects its inspiration in Junji Ito style art, but pushes its visual interface-driven system to reinforce and complicate the visual aesthetic at every turn. Rather than present a generic horror title within this exciting visual style, its combinatorial opportunity presented by the narratives enriches the visual design through the interface. We are incredibly proud to award World of Horror this year's Visual Design Spotlight Award.
What better time to introduce the Vanguard Award than after the first award?
Okay, it's the first honorary award in the ceremony, yes. And it goes to a studio who has achieved that rarest of distinctions in our extremely turbulent, often forgetful industry.
Is it longevity?
It's longevity.
How could we have guessed?
Not only being first, but sticking around to tell the tale and keep making good work. It is really something to celebrate.
Like Rachel Weisz.
Yeah, just like Rachel Weisz. But without referring specifically to any of the cultural touchstones we know and love her for, which would put us in violation of SAG-AFTRA TV theatrical strike rules.
You're fun.
Here to present this year's Vanguard Award is President and Creative Director of 2008 IndieCade winner, The Odd Gentleman, Matt Korba.
Hi, my name is Matt Korba, and I am the Creative Director of The Odd Gentleman. And today I am very excited to present the newest addition to our honorary awards, the Vanguard Award, to Amanita Design. They're an independent studio who create charming adventure games with surreal worlds, lighthearted humor, and a pick-up-and-play mechanics. They've been crafting games since 2003, long before this current indie wave became a major part of the game industry. Driven by creative vision and tenacity, they went out on a limb early and weathered trials and tribulations of bubbles and a constantly shifting landscape. They not only survived, but have flourished and continue to make innovative games that enrapture and delight us all. I know when I was a student playing Samros for the first time, the game was hugely inspirational on me and my future work. It gave me hope as a lifelong adventure gamer that this genre of games could be modernized and had a place amongst the AAA action experiences of the day. Congratulations, Amanita Design, and I can't wait to play your future projects.
Hi, I'm Jakub Dworski. I'm founder of Amanita Design Studio. We are based in Prague, Czech Republic, and we started, it's 20 years ago already. So I'm very happy to receive this honor. I'm thankful for that, for all those years. And I'm thankful to my colleagues at Amanita. I started alone back then, and now we are like 30 people, 4 teams, still working very hard on new indie games, and we are currently preparing 4 new projects, so we are not done yet. So you can look forward to some new stuff, hopefully in upcoming years. And again, thank you very much.
The fantastic, surprising, form-expanding games up for the Live Action Spotlight Award have us playing as exorcists, the elderly, reporters, sentient billiard balls, and strangest of all, ourselves.
Take that last one out and you've got yourself one heck of a Saturday night.
But then you wouldn't be there.
Exactly.
We will be addressing this cry for help, but not before this fun montage.
The nominees for live action are Chu Mo, Get Off My Lawn, Puckish, Report on the Death of Robert Evergreen, and Secret Shuffle.
Here to present the Live Action Award is designer at Mouse and the Billionaire, last year's winner for Tecatmos, M. Betancourt.
From the Jury. Somewhere between an escape room, a comical haunted house, and a theme park adventure, Chu Mo puts players in the role of new exorcism students trying to subdue a demon in order to pass their entrance exams. Haunting elements like flickering lights and spinning fans become part of the puzzle, as players need to identify manifestations of the demon to figure out appropriate next steps. With strong design, clever mechanics, and player education, and a unique and unexplored theme, Chu Mo has received nothing but rave reviews from the jury. It has been consistently praised for its perspective, polish, and unique charm. We are pleased to celebrate this excellence and this uplifting spirit by awarding Chu Mo this year's Live Action Spotlight Award.
Hi, I am Matt Betancourt, designer at Mouse and the Billionaire. The frontier of play and experience design includes the amazing worlds of immersive theater, virtual, augmented, and themed spaces, escape rooms, and more. These bespoke and physical experiences are often designed to explore social engagement, alternative controllers, speculative design, and experimental interactions. The Live Action Spotlight Award rewards innovation in these spaces and creations that exemplify magical new opportunities for play. On behalf of all the adventurers exploring these frontiers, I'm honored to announce that the winner of the 2023 Live Action Spotlight Award is Shumo by the Shumo team at Art Center.
Audio design is an integral part of
Hey, Sarah, can we do it like an ASMR video?
Oh, yeah.
Sure. I think, okay.
Yeah.
Audio design is an integral part of video games, serving the persuasion of imaginary spaces with realistic detail and emotional color, giving authentic presence to both environmental threats and delights, and weight and satisfaction to player input and response.
Sarah, for ASMR to work, you have to whisper.
Yeah, we're like doing the thing, stepping on us.
Okay. Oh, no, you're right. No, I was the problem there. That was on me.
Thank you for living up to that.
Let's give a listen to these fantastic nominees.
The nominees for audio design are Farewell North, A Number from the Ghost, World of Horror, Unknown Number, a first-person talker, We Are OFK, and The Signal State.
Here to present this year's Audio Design Award is a composer for games like For the King, Fossil Echo, Chia, and last year's winner, Ambition, A Minuet in Power, John Robert Matz.
Hello, I'm John Robert Matz. The Audio Design Award recognizes the absolute heights of the game audio discipline, from sound design to music to voice acting and more. Truly great audio can not only enhance the player experience, providing vital feedback, improving game feel, and tugging on the player's heartstrings, but it can also help form an emotional connection to a game's world, story, and characters, immersing players far deeper than graphics, writing, or gameplay alone. Good audio in a game is like an expert seasoning, bringing out a dish's natural flavors, but today's winner is a veritable audio feast unto itself. It is my honor to announce this year's winner of the Audio Design Award. We Are OFK by OFK. Congratulations.
From the jury, We Are OFK is a beautiful joining of a visual novel with music visualization, telling an incredible set of stories about a small handful of folks trying to make it work in Los Angeles. It's the game industry in a purple vaporwave nutshell. The actors involved are expertly cast, bringing vibrant color and grounded emotional truth to each character's personal journey, specific and nuanced in their storytelling. The audio is immersive throughout, from hearing an imagined in-lore esports tournament in the background to a phenomenal blending of diegetic audio from the music-making characters smoothly taking over non-diegetic background music. The interactivity on display during each episode's musical number is the highlight of an engaging and innovative way to approach storytelling in a digital environment and sets this apart from a crowd of excellent audio nominees this year. We are incredibly proud to award We Are OFK this year's Audio Design Spotlight Award.
And now to the award honoring the iconic rebels of gaming. And I'm not talking about us. I'm talking the renegades, willing to burn their way through any obstacle in the industry. The ones who did not find, but forged a path.
Yeah, burned. Yeah, I guess, might violent as descriptions go. But
Well, it's called the Trailblazer, Sarah. I mean, I'd say setting a trail ablaze is pretty fearsome.
Well, but it's also more than that. I mean, it's not just the cool new path this fiercely independent creator took, but all the impactful work they made and still make along the way. The kind of work that inspires others to pursue the same or even more unforeseeable trajectories in our industry.
Yeah, I guess that's good, but mine was good too.
Oh, yeah? No, it was.
Mine was good too.
It was really vivid.
Yeah, it was.
It was really good.
Anyway, here to present the Trailblazer Award is IndieCade Festival Chair Celia Pierce.
Hi, I'm Celia Pierce, IndieCade's co-founder and festival chair. and I'm very proud to be here today to present this year's Trailblazers Award to Nani de la Pena. Nani is a bona fide VR pioneer, and the first time that I met with her for IndieCade, I had to twist her arm actually to submit her game Use of Force to the festival, and it won the 2014 Impact Award. So we were really, really proud that she was able to be part of our community. And the thing about Nani's work that's really impressive is that she fully leverages the affordances of VR to create works that promote both empathy and agency. We're really excited for her keynote conversation with Brenda Laurel, another bona fide VR pioneer and one of the first women to do VR in the 20th century. And they'll be doing a separate keynote conversation, which you can listen to on our stream. And I'm just really, really proud of Nani, really, really excited to introduce her today and to give her this Trailblazer Award. Congratulations, Nani.
So when Celia Pierce came up to me on campus at USC, she kind of was practically chasing me down and saying, you need to apply for an IndieCade award. And I was like, but IndieCade, like that's one of my favorite possible festivals, you know, full of the deepest thinking about the ways that we can use new technologies to engage, provoke, and of course, really play. And I thought, you know, why would I be included in an award ceremony? I mean, you know, I've been there so many times with my kids, with my family, going to night games with friends, colleagues, and really to me, some of the most important game designers around were the kind of people represented at IndieCade. Anyway, so when I won the Impact Award for Use of Force, which tells the story of how the Border Patrol tased and beat a man to death along the border, an immigrant. You know, this is before George Floyd. You know, and some of the most important individuals who've called attention to these kind of practices and policies. I just didn't see how this would be the thing that would make me feel celebrated by this community. And yet, I have to tell you, for years, that was the award that I made sure was the most front and center on my desk. Now, things are a little bit plainer here right now. Some of you may know I had an electric bicycle battery explode, and that award is no longer with us in vivo, but it is in my heart. And now to win this award as a lifetime kind of achievement, it only makes that all so much bigger. It makes the feeling of being part of this community so much huger. I think this kind of work is a labor of love, and it can get really hard, and sometimes you can get pretty grumpy because you're just determined to see it to the end. But mostly it is complete and utter joyous labors of love, and to be recognized for that is just extraordinary. Thank you, IndieCade. Thank you so much for this award. Thank you, IndieCade community. I hope that this means that I really am one of you, because I really feel that in spirit, mind, soul, body, the whole thing. Thank you.
Hey, it's our tabletop.
Cool overhead camera.
Yeah, hey, hi. It is time for the Tabletop Design Award.
I'd give this tabletop design an award.
It's a chevron.
Very sick. But the creators in this category don't just see a table, however novel its geometry. When they see a table, they see a gothic manse, a fractured memoryscape, a fey realm, the open road, the open sea, and cooler still, they make us see it too. Let's get a taste.
The nominees for Tabletop Design are Desperation, Forgotten Chains, Hollyhock, Rebels of the Outlaw Wastes, and Tag.
Here to present this year's Tabletop Design Award is analog game creator Xingyin Kor, 2022's winner for Remember August.
Hi, I'm Xingyin Kor, an analog game designer and the winner of last year's Tabletop Game Award. The Tabletop Game Award celebrates the experience of staring across a board, shuffling a hand of cards, or rummaging through a chaotic pile of detailed paper notes. It leverages the imagination of players, whether with friends or individually, to create unique and collaborative experiences. And for many of us, this is the heart of what games are. The Tabletop Game Award celebrates the indie tabletop games of the year that innovated, surprised, and delighted us. And the winner of this year's Tabletop Game Award is Desperation by Bully Pulpit Games.
From the jury, the tabletop team was blown away by Desperation's unique card-driven gameplay. Despite a persistent sense of dread with every card draw, Desperation gives its players a sense of agency in creating the story that unfolds. We loved this game's out-of-the-box design that was ready to hit the table with no complicated setup or session zero. We are incredibly proud to award Desperation this year's Tabletop Spotlight Award.
When it comes to gaming, nothing is more important than performance.
Well, I don't know about nothing. I mean, it's important.
No, think about it. You're in the middle of some emotional moment and the frame rate dips? Unacceptable!
Oh, hang on.
No. You have to have a stable frame rate or it takes me right out of the game.
Isla, this award is about great game performances.
Yeah, like acting.
Oh, you mean like real live human beings drawing on the unique synthesis of lifetime of experiences and insights to create detailed portrayals that linger in the player's memory long after the game is over?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh yeah, well I am passionate about two things. The sacred art of acting, of using years of training and conditioning to open oneself fully to the precious surprise of the present, to create something both inextricably of and also beyond oneself.
Isla, truly I could not have put it better myself.
Yeah.
Wow. What's the other thing?
What?
The second thing you're passionate about?
Oh, good frame rates.
Yes, of course, naturally.
Great performances help create unforgettable moments unique to games. They use human performers to meaningfully support, expand, or drive the interactive experience. Here are this year's nominees for performance.
The nominees for performance are Cryptmaster, Goodbye Volcano High, Stray Gods, the role-playing musical, Torn Away, Wayward Strand, and We Are OFK.
Here to present this year's Performance Award is creator of alternative controllers and interactive stage shows, last year's winner for Artholomew Video's Stream Challenge, Alistair Aitchison.
Hello, I'm Alistair Aitchison, the creator of Artholomew Video's Stream Challenge, which won the Performance Award last year. The Performance Award honours a unique or particularly outstanding performance in the fields of voice acting, motion capture, live shows, and much more. As games grow in cultural weight and professional development, the field of independent games has involved a larger variety of artists from all disciplines. As performing artists, game technology offers us new ways to interact with the world around us and with our audiences. Great performers can cross beyond the screen and reach out to their players with warmth and humanity. The brilliant pacing, empathy, and understanding of the best performances has been harnessed this decade to make some of the most arresting play experiences that we have ever seen. This award celebrates the actors practicing their incredible craft in the field of play. And the winner of this year's Performance Award is Goodbye Volcano High by Co-op. Congratulations!
From the jury, some teenagers feel like it's the end of the world, but for these teenage dinosaurs in Goodbye Volcano High, it really is. Players try to survive their senior year of high school through the eyes of Fang, who is wrestling with their feelings to find joy and even love in the midst of crisis. This hybrid of an interactive visual novel, rhythm games, and mini-games feels like playing through an animated television show with a cinematic feel. The exceptional writing, storytelling, and voice performances are outstanding. The cast brings different voice and personality to the front in a well-directed and arranged web of relationship and emotion that only the best game performances do. We are incredibly proud to award Goodbye Volcano High this year's Performance Spotlight Award.
The Game Changer Award celebrates someone who has impacted games in a big way.
Someone who's ushered in a change. changed the game, as it were, in a positive way.
To put a finer point on it, they changed the game-making community itself through their inspiring example and ability to reshape the industry conversation, often by inviting and supporting new voices within it. They make us incredibly proud to be part of this industry, much like the team in that one Keanu Reeves movie would have been proud when they invented Cold Fusion.
Had any survived.
Had any survived.
Right. Well, unlike that unnamed 1996 classic, which has an 18% on Rotten Tomatoes, the Game Changer has a 100% in our hearts. Here to present this year's Game Changer Award is studio head of Rain Bros and IndieCade nominee in 2015 for And Maybe They Won't Kill You, Akira Thompson.
Hello, my name is Akira Thompson, and I am the creative director and studio head at Rain Bros. I'm here today to present the Game Changer Award. So, the Game Changer Award celebrates an individual who has impacted the gaming landscape in a significant way. A positive disruptor who's brought on a paradigm shift to our community. Whether it's advocating for independent developers or creating a space for conversations to take place, a game changer is someone who makes us proud to be a part of the industry. I am so honored to be here today to present the Game Changer Award to my dear friend Kelly Santiago. Kelly has been a game designer, producer, and entrepreneur. She's worked on some of the most culturally significant games of our generation, from her time as co-founder and CEO of That Game Company, where she worked on Flow, Flower, and Journey, to most recently her work on Pokemon Go. Kelly is also a passionate advocate for diversity and inclusion in the game industry. For large-scale efforts like Niantic's Black Developers Initiative, which endeavored to make developer populations reflect the diversity of its players, to her efforts to put the ladder down for newcomers in the industry, which don't end there, as she also puts in the work on an individual level. For me, Kelly actually agreed to mentor me via monthly meetings over udon at the Santa Monica Mitsuwa back in 2009, when I was just getting my start in the industry as a quality assurance tester at Activision. So Kelly is a true game changer. She's made significant impact on the gaming industry, and she continues to inspire others, including myself, to follow their dreams. Kelly, please accept this award as a token of our appreciation for your work and dedication in the gaming industry.
I have written and rewritten this acceptance speech too many times to count now. When I think of my nearly 20 years in the video games industry, a line that keeps going through my head is from Lyrics Born. I got a lot of love and a lot of luggage for a lot of reasons. But first, I'm so honored to be the recipient of this year's Game Changer Award, as well as to be done so alongside such incredible people like Nani, Nick, Josh, and everyone at Amanita. And there's so much here at IndieCade each year that reminds me of how the game is changing and continues to change. And it's one of the best things about working in this industry. But I am also restless. Some things have taken far too long to change. Too many people work on teams and at companies that don't respect them, don't honor their voices equally at the table. Too many of us work in patterns detrimental to our physical and mental health. We don't demand of ourselves or of our employers that we have opportunities for learning and career advancement. We can get too focused on our egos, fed by social media presence, units sold, size of a deal. We get too afraid to make changes, to do things differently for fear of losing that status, or of, God help us, missing that deliverable. And we too easily lose sight of what makes this medium so very special, that it's rooted in play. And as Bernie de Koven taught us, it's all collaborative. I've struggled. I've had some wins and I've had many losses, both as a developer and as someone in company leadership. Change can very much feel like one step forward and two steps back. And so this award means a lot to me. I couldn't do this work without a home in which I'm free to fully be my messy and beautiful self. Thank you to my partner, Mike Stein, and my two amazing sons for building that home with me. Thank you to my parents for being the OG builders of a safe space for me to be the weird kid and giving me a foundation of self-respect. If I can impart a piece of advice to you, it's to prioritize making this space for yourself. You deserve it. The second is to be playful with yourself. We make decisions, we test them in the real world, and that's how we find out if they work. It's how we make games, and it's how you grow. And just like with our games, usually the first few ideas are terrible. But it's okay. Be kind to yourself, trust in that process, and get back to changing things. Thank you again, IndieCade. You are some of my favorite weirdos.
A game's narrative starts as early as the title, and this year's nominees for the Narrative Award have some of the most inventive names we've seen in IndieCade. Wayward Strand, Slay the Princess, Goodbye Volcano High, Gerda, A Flame in Winter, He Fucked the Girl Out of Me, and, pardon my French on this one, Wild Flowers. All weave compelling and impactful stories that begin well before page 1.
You know, I'm writing a game, actually. Yep, about a horse orphan whose life is completely upended before it's hardly even begun.
What is with you and horse orphans, man?
No, imagine you are a spindly little foal stumbling about in a meadow when suddenly you're forced to witness the moment the light leaves the big wet eyes of your mommy horse and also your daddy horse.
What the blazes are you talking about?
Well, I mean, it's a strong classic narrative, wouldn't you say?
Oh my god, okay. All right, let's have a look at this year's bold, affirming, and frankly fantastic narrative nominees. You got me doing it.
The nominees for narrative are Gerda, A Flame in Winter, Goodbye Volcano High, He Fucked the Girl Out of Me, Slay the Princess, Wayward Strand, and Wildflowers.
Here to present this year's Narrative Award is co-creator of last year's winner, The Case of the Golden Idol, Andres Clavins.
Hello, I am Andres, one of the co-creators of The Case of the Golden Idol. Since the dawn of humankind, we have been storytellers, because nothing moves us more than a great story. Games may live and die by engaging mechanics, immersive environments, and captivating spectacle, but we know that the narrative is what gives these things meaning and what makes games stay in our memories even after decades. The Narrative Game Award celebrates accomplishment and innovation in this amazing and emergent art of interaction-driven narrative. And let's find out who is the winner. The winner of the Narrative Award, Gerda, A Flame in Winter, by developer Bird Island, publisher Don't Nod.
From the jury, this semi-fictional tale takes you through an overlooked small Danish village during World War II. You play as Gerda, a half-Danish, half-German nurse, in a story about choice and consequence. The game explores the moral ambiguity of wartime decisions, where doing what you feel is right in the moment to protect a human life can lead to your community believing you're a Nazi sympathizer. Crafting game narrative that exposes the complexity of life and perception by making the player complicit in decisions that lead to disaster is a rich and underexplored area of narrative design. We are incredibly proud to award Gerda, A Flame in Winter this year's Narrative Spotlight Award.
Bernie de Koven had a lot of great job titles. Game designer, author, lecturer, but maybe also the greatest job title I have ever heard, fun theorist.
Extremely cool job title.
Yeah.
I've got a working theory of fun, you know.
That sounds like an oxymoron?
Well, it'll be fun when it's done.
That also sounds like it's missing the point.
Let's leave it to the darn experts.
Thank you, Isla.
The Bernie de Koven Big Fun Award is given to creators who honor his treasured legacy with big, physical, fun games. Here to present are Italian architect and designer Natalie Pozzi and game designer and professor at the NYU Game Center, Eric Zimmerman.
Hi, I'm Natalie.
I'm Eric.
And we're so happy to be here to present the Bernie de Koven Big Fun Award and to be giving it to Josh DeBonis and Nick Mikros.
This award recognizes people that further the legacy of Bernie de Koven by creating games that bring people together through physical and social play.
Here's my first memory of a game of Josh and Nick. Imagine a big group of people running back and forth in what is a battle that's both epic and super goofy.
That was the original Killer Queen, which is now an arcade game in which 2 teams of 5 players battle each other with berries and snails and killer queen bees.
Even as a video game, this is a spectacle both for player and viewer, and this makes us think of Bernie, who has always said it's okay to be a player or not to play.
Killer Queen is not just a game. It is really the incredibly welcoming community that Josh and Nick helped to foster. There is so much love in that game, and all of the players feel it.
Josh and Nick are incredibly kind and generous people, and very dapper men.
And we want to wish them congratulations on winning the Bernie to Koven Big Fun Award.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Nick and Josh.
Thank you.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you for this great award.
I'm Josh Tabonis.
And I'm Nikita Mikros.
And we're from Bumble Bear Games. And yeah, thanks to IndieCade. This is like a really meaningful award to us. And IndieCade has been a big influence on us.
Yeah. Over the years, we've shown a lot of games at IndieCade. And we won Developers Choice Award. Oh, wait.
This is our trophy from 2013. Our game Killer Queen won at IndieCade. We got this cool trophy. You can like rearrange it. I don't know if we'll get one this year.
I don't know. Is IndieCade going to send us something in the mail? That would be awesome.
We want another robot.
Yeah, we want another robot because we don't have enough junk in our office. So, you know.
But yeah, I mean, when IndieCade was in person, we would go every year, or most years at least, and show different field games, and that was really critical in us forming a relationship, working together that led to us forming this company. And so yeah, thanks to IndieCade and to Celia and Stephanie and everybody at IndieCade.
Everybody at IndieCade and you know, all the players of our games who have supported us not only financially but also in a lot of ways emotionally and spiritually over the years. And thanks to all the invisible people that have helped us along the way to kind of, you know, achieve our goals and make some really crazy ideas become a reality.
Yeah, and also especially to the rest of our team here at Bumble Bear.
Yes.
Mike and Brian and Yala and Liam and McKenna. Mm-hmm. I probably missed somebody, I'm sorry. But yeah, thanks to everybody that helps us make all this.
Yeah. And I guess the last thing we should say is if you're going to be in LA, November 10 and 11, we're going to be there for night games. We'll be the ones hanging out by the Killer Queen arcade cabinet, which is a giant 10-player arcade cabinet. I don't think you can miss it. And looking goofy and trying to teach people how to play the game, I guess.
Yeah, come say hi. Come play some games with us.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks again.
Thanks.
Pretty amazing that, I mean, I don't think either one of us was expecting to win this award, so it's really nice to be recognized in this way. Thank you.
The Impact Award has a special place in my heart ever since IndieCade got rid of the Comic Sans Award.
Isla, the IndieCade top brass said no font jokes.
I type in the face of authority.
I'm sorry, I assume I'm the top brass in this scenario?
Crap, she's onto us! Cheese it!
Well, left alone with no one to console me.
Hey, you can't do it if I can't do it.
I'm still on stage. The Impact Award celebrates games that expand the scope of our medium and culture by elevating new communities of authors, resonating with new communities of players through urgent stories, or perhaps by connecting new communities through play itself. Let's take a look.
The nominees for Impact are Carbonize, Dead Pets Unleashed, The Forest Quartet, Mexico 1921, A Deep Slumber, Valiant, or Val's Guide to Having a Broken Vag, and We Are OFK.
Here to present this year's Impact Award is 3D artist and game developer at Winking Studios, Yuan Shu, last year's winner for Return at Night.
Hello everyone, I'm Ewan, and I'm so happy to be here to present the Impact Award. The Impact Award honors a game which explores social, cultural, and political issues in a whole new way. This award not only takes us out of our comfort zones, but also confront us directly on social progress yet to be done, or even mark a real change in the industry. Impact isn't simply about diversity or doing good in the world. It can also be creating new access points for unlikely players engaging with unlikely topics, new points of connection for people across the globe, or new shared experiences that resonate in our modern culture. And the winner is Dead Pets Unleashed by Triple Topping. Congratulations!
From the jury, Dead Pets Unleashed is a game saturated with creativity and artistic intent. Developers Triple Topping describe it as a feminist, management-light, minigame-heavy, slice-of-life narrative game about punk music, friendship, and growing up. It skillfully mixes the mundane and the traumatic, often shifting from light to dark, funny to somber, without ever sacrificing depth and nuance when tackling complex and difficult topics with deep feminist values. We are incredibly proud to award Dead Pets Unleashed this year's Impact Spotlight Award.
The Mike Sellers Systemic Design Award honors games which use randomness and algorithmic content or behavior to create wonderful, surprising interactions. So, we thought we'd let randomness decide what jokes we tell here. Elise, would you care to roll the dice?
Boy, would I.
Okay, 3, 6, and 2. So, jokes 3, 6, and 2. Go.
Okay, got it. Joke 3. The Signal State offers puzzles inspired by modular synthesizers. As an avid collector of modular synths myself, I assume it tackles such real-world puzzles such as, should I eat this week or buy another synth? Or, I spent all my money on synths and now my wife won't talk to me. The joke here is that modular synths are really expensive. The game's really good, though. So,
okay, well, it's time for joke 6 to save the day. Unknown Number, a first-person talker, is a super intense, innovative, voice-controlled adventure told through interactive phone calls. It's fast-paced, hectic, and stressful, and puts you in high-stakes situations like something out of your nightmares, such as talking on the phone.
Joke 2, Price of Flight is a board game-inspired RPG wherein you fight, take flight, and steal to survive a bird-based blood sport of tomorrow. You can aid the failing avian resistance, save yourself, or die on live TV. Sounds like a flight on Spirit Airlines. What fun!
But those aren't all the excellent games in this category, so let's have a little look-see, shall we?
The nominees for the Mike Sellers Systemic Design Award are Against the Storm, Ecosystem, Price of Flight, The Signal State, Unknown Number, a first-person talker, and Viewfinder.
here to present the Mike Sellers Systemic Design Award is lead gameplay designer at Brass Lion Entertainment, Osama Dorias.
Hello. My name's Osama Dorias. I'm a career game designer who's been in the gaming industry for about 16 years. We are proud to honor the legacy of Mike Sellers, an industry veteran who has been at the forefront of game system design and education. I am here to present the Systemic Design Award in his honor. The Systemic Design Award honors a game that leverages randomness and algorithmic content or behavior to create unique and innovative interactions. Systemic design is a growing skill with new discoveries made in many fields related to game development. Graphics, narrative, level design, meaningful randomness, artificial behavior, and more. The award celebrates the amazing design of procedural and random chance that drives amazing discovery in the field of play. With that said, the winner is Against the Storm by Eremite Games. Congratulations.
From the jury, Against the Storm marries intuitive micro-actions with novel macro-actions in a way we're thrilled to see come together in a modern city builder. Every action you want to take is distilled into simple tasks that are automated to allow you to focus on the important decisions. Every goal you want to achieve is driven by these accessible actions that culminate in world-spanning impact that evolves match to match. In a space ripe for innovation, Against the Storm manages to systemically address core player interaction and game-wide simulation in an elegant, thoughtful, and player-centric manner. We are incredibly proud to award Against the Storm this year's Mike Sellers Systemic Design Spotlight Award.
You know, we weren't sure if the three of us hosting would work, but come on, look at us. Hey, look at us.
Look at us.
Huh? Who would have thought? Not me.
Well, it's about that time.
You know it.
What time?
The time where we split this sucker wide open.
Oh, no.
I think you should do the honors, Elise.
Me?
Yes, you.
I don't know. The last time you told me to read something, it was a trick.
This one isn't a trick.
Fool me twice, shame on me. But I shan't be fooled thrice.
Trust us.
I don't know. Why are you saying it like that? All creepy like. Okay, fine. From here on, all the games in the festival are eligible for these awards. Hey, that was just a normal line.
Told you could trust us.
Yeah, absolutely. But yes, every game from here on out could win the following awards.
Well, great. Let's take a look at them.
Hey, Sarah, interact with this.
What?
Interact with this. That interaction was pretty cool. But what do you think of this? Ah! Innovation.
You threw a Sharpie.
I innovated on your interaction.
You iterated on my interaction? I mean, we could say that, right? That much is true.
Potato, potato.
Innovation is in the eye of the beholder. Okay, at least we're agreed on the interaction part.
Yeah.
Games celebrated by this next award challenge and delight us through the very means by which we encounter them. Here to present the award for innovation in interaction is game developer and winner last year for Midnight Protocol, Sam Acton.
Hello everyone, I'm happy to be back at IndieCade 2023. I am Sam Acton, I am a game designer. The Innovation in Interaction Design Award honors the specialized artistry and innovation required to engage with games on a new level. This may be in the form of original controllers, unique interface design, or bold new game mechanics. At its utmost, the Interaction Award acknowledges a work that asks us to reconsider the ways in which we play. I think interaction design is about the vocabulary that we give to our players. And innovation in this field is marked not by just a creative, but especially fun new way to allow our players to express themselves. And I think this year's winner in particular has a fresh new perspective on interaction design. So, without further ado, the winner for interaction design in 2023 is Viewfinder by Sad Owl Studios. Congratulations.
From the jury, Viewfinder is nothing short of miracle game tech, so smoothly tamed and blended into always engaging level design. The transition of mechanics are so darn clean, seamless, and downright dreamy. How it strings each interaction together made us want to keep going to see the next trick up its sleeve to the very end. Interactivity that feels this effortless in execution is the result of a team that has clearly put in maximum effort and loved what it was making. You might be called Sad Owl Studios, but hopefully you can crack a smile, knowing you made this jury happily fall head over heels for your interactive experience. We are incredibly proud to award Viewfinder this year's Innovation and Interaction Design Award.
Here to explain the IndieCade jurying process and to present the Jury Prix Award is IndieCade's Festival Director, Sam Roberts.
Hi everybody, it's me, Sam Roberts, IndieCade's Festival Director. It's a pleasure to see you all again. I'm here to talk to you a little bit about the IndieCade jurying process and then to give away an award, like I get to do every year. It's one of my favorite things. So, every year we take submissions from all over the world, from developers making video games, board games, tabletop games, immersive experiences, and basically almost anything that could be played, and we pick a set of nominees, typically 36 to 40 games, and give awards to them. This process uses a huge number of people, and it starts with our IndieCade jury. Our IndieCade jury is a group made up of former IndieCade festival nominees and festival speakers who have become a part of the IndieCade community and give back by judging and jurying these games every year. As we take in our submissions, they are distributed to multiple members of this jury, and every game is played by multiple jury members. They give scores, and the games that do the very best get passed on into the spotlight jury. Now, while the IndieCade jury is working, a smaller group called the IndieCade Jury Committee is hand-reviewing the documentation of every single submission. This means an individual committee member might look at 100 or 120 games. And this is to have a smaller focus committee that can look for things that are a little more indefinable that might slip through the cracks of a general jury. A little special piece of innovation or something that's particularly IndieCade. As you know, we care deeply about innovation in design, and that's what we're here to celebrate. And so the committee also makes a set of selections, and those selections, plus the jury's selections, are passed on to what we call the spotlight jury. The spotlight jury is made up of groups that consider each spotlight award, and they review and play by hand every single game that is passed into the spotlight phase. At that point, they make nomination lists for each of the 8 spotlight categories, and those games, in total, make up the nominees for IndieCade's festival. Once we've decided on the nominees for the festival, those games are then played by yet another jury, the awards jury, that gives away the main 4 awards for the festival: the Grand Jury Prize, the Jury Prix, the Innovation in Interaction Design, and the Innovation in Experience Design. At the same time, the Spotlight jury plays all of the Spotlight nominees in each category and gives away the 8 Spotlight awards. At every time and at every point in this process, our jury operates in a recusal process. Because our jury is large and is made up of people actively involved in the industry, and people touch a lot of games, we ask every juror at every level to recuse themselves from commenting on or participating in decisions in games that they have a connection to. So that's the basics of our process and how we make sure nothing slips through the cracks, find things that are particularly IndieCade, and keep everybody honest. I want to thank everyone who is a part of that process. The IndieCade jury, made up of fabulous volunteers from the community, the IndieCade committee jury, which is a ton of work, and those fabulous volunteers, and our Spotlight and Awards juries. Thank you all very much. It is you who makes IndieCade what it is. And now I would like to give away the Jury Prix. I love the Jury Prix Award. I like to think of it as the most IndieCade game in the festival. It's something that exemplifies the spirit of the fest, not just the grand jury best game, but something that is unique and special that the jury wants to recognize. We like to describe it specifically as a game the awards jury wishes to confer honor on for separating itself from the pack. either through its craftsmanship, innovation, or design. And this year's Jury Prix Award goes to Cryptmaster.
Interesting. From the jury. The moment you get your hands on Cryptmaster, you know you're holding something special. But what is it exactly? Shall we touch it? It handles so smooth, with such polish and precision. Shall we listen to it? There is the sound of malevolent benevolence leading us to keep playing this game long after we need to get other things done tonight, but also the cold, definitive weightiness of expert sound design. Shall we taste it? Impossible to enjoy just a little of this treat when every juicy gameplay moment leads to new spells that we will have to remember in a moment of conflict. We're out of guesses. What are we holding? Cryptmaster. Yes, we remember now. Lee Williams and Paul Hurt made this. A beautiful and polished example of everything an independent game can be that was so beloved by the jury it sits here in a place of honor. We are incredibly proud to award Cryptmaster this year's Jury Prix Award.
You fellas just up from the crypts?
Sometimes a game doesn't need to create all new ways of engaging with it to nonetheless feel significant, fresh, and influential. Whether it's telling new stories or stories with new voices, or leaving traditional narrative aside altogether, the games in this category create an indelible atmosphere of verve and panache.
You know, I feel like my dating life could use some experience design. Bad.
I hate to ask this, but what are you doing on your dates?
Oh, I'm not, hence the design need.
Oh, that's not really a design need, Sarah. That's the equivalent of staring at a computer without turning it on.
Oh, you've really hit the nail on the head there.
Okay, the games celebrated by this award, whether they require turning on a computer or not, are courageous enough to turn game design daydreams into vivid, lasting player memories. Here to present the award for innovation in experience design is producer, narrative designer, and co-founder of Matajuegos, winner last year for Atuel, Pablo Cuarta.
Hi, I'm Pablo Cuarta of the Argentine Video Game Workers Co-op and indie studio, Matajuegos. I am also one of the developers behind Atuel, the surrealist documentary video game about climate change that won last year's Innovation in Experience Design Award. Today I have the pleasure of presenting the award to this year's winner. The Innovation in Experience Design Award honors the game that out of all the nominees provides the most unique and curated experience. A work that explores what video games can do as a complete medium, bringing together audiovisual and interactive elements in striking new ways that explore the breadth of sensorial and emotive design. In the past few years, winners of this award have created multifaceted games that are in dialogue with the real world, creating rich interconnections with lived experiences that dig through profound social and historical processes. This year's winner is no exception, offering a beautiful and gut-wrenching meditation on trauma, sex work, and gender identity that eschews simple, clean-cut narratives in order to make room for the intimate complexities of the profoundly and painfully human. Without further ado, I am so happy to announce that this year's Innovation Experience Design Award goes to He Fucked the Girl Out of Me by Taylor McHugh. Congratulations.
From the jury, there just aren't people telling stories like this in such a candid way, and it's done really well. The writing is sneakily good because it feels so conversational, and the drawings are so expressive within the simple monochrome style. The discourse around sex work now is very black and white. Either you're fully in support of it, or you condemn it and everyone who participates. He Fucked the Girl Out of Me brings a much-needed nuance and reality to the conversation, and also exists at the intersections of trans identity and sex work at which so many find themselves. Centering the experience of actual sex workers, it is a frank and honest discussion of what is fraught and sometimes painful. And while it doesn't try to offer simple solutions, no one who plays it could come away thinking that punishing sex workers is in any way the solution. We are incredibly proud to award He Fucked the Girl Out of Me this year's Innovation and Experience Design Award.
This is it, the big enchilada.
The one for all the marbles.
Okay, we have a very, very exciting award to give out right now, but no marbles or Mexican food, to be clear.
Sarah, I think they can handle a figure of speech.
Sorry, it's habit now, okay? I have to be so clear and deliberate in everything I say.
It's okay. Let us exaggerate for you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
And now, for the winner of a burrito the size of a truck filled with liquid hot marbles.
Okay, great. Perfect. No notes. Here to bestow the final award of this show, the IndieCade 2023 Grand Jury Award on the game that truly stands out from this year's fantastic offerings is Lucia Formankova, developer from Charles Games and winner last year for Svoboda 1945 Liberation.
The Grand Jury Award represents the best out of IndieCade's best. This is the one game out of all the festival nominees and the hundreds and hundreds of submissions to this year's festival that captures not only how far independent games have come, but how much further they can still take us. And the winner is Goodbye Volcano High by KOOP.
From the jury, Goodbye Volcano High is the complete package. The world and characters are relatable and compelling, and the writing and performances feel so natural and charming. And all this storytelling merges elegantly with the fresh design and mechanics. The resistant choices are an interesting escalation of QuickTime event-style choice feel. The rhythm sections have Night in the Woods expressivity, but then also merge in some contemporary Osu-like treatment. And the dinosaur Twitter feed in the game menu is clever asynchronous storytelling. It was bold to just let players interrupt the game to check it whenever, just like in real life. Overall, this combo of innovation, expressivity, and high craft just really works. Well done, Co-op. We are incredibly proud to award Goodbye Volcano High this year's Grand Jury Award.
That's our show, folks. Thank you so much to everyone for watching, but don't touch that dial. Stay put after the show for a panel with our wonderful winners hosted by jury chairs Colleen Macklin and Aaron Trammell, and for the announcement of this year's Developer's Choice winner by beloved IndieCade host Asher Vollmer, voted on by all the nominated developers in the festival.
There are more IndieCade events to come, so keep a lookout for news about Horizons, Climate Jam, and the Playable Theater Symposium.
Definitely check those out. And before we depart, just a few thank yous to the wonderful team that created and executed this ceremony, from event producer Parker Mann, awards producer Adam Contini, and associate producer Megan Couture, along with the team at Atomic Productions, especially Patrick Barth, Mike Hanrahan, and Larry Gilbert. Thank you to Cade Peterson and Benjamin Tarsa, and to Celia Pierce, Sam Roberts, and Stephanie Barish, as well as our treasured writer, Patrick Corsi. Thank you to all our IndieCade volunteers, interns, and staff. Your hard work brings the festival to life. Bless you. Shout out to our amazing dedicated streamers and Beyond Screens hosts, Jenny Wyndham, Sadim Boji, Alistair Aitchison, Tatiana Villela dos Santos, and to jury chairs Aaron Trammell and Colleen Macklin. Thank you to our Spotlight Jury Committee, our Awards Jury Committee, and our extraordinary pool of hundreds of jurors who have taken the time and energy to review these games so thoughtfully. Special thanks are due to Hevga and especially Jonathan Elmer Green, to the Music Center, especially Kamal Sinclair and Jamie McMurray, as well as all of our partners, patrons, and our many members. We are honored and grateful to work with each of them not only during the festival, but throughout the year. They nurture the independent community at large, and their support makes IndieCade possible. Thank you to USC Games, Clark University, University of Miami, and American University, alongside many individual independent creators and small studios from around the world.
Congratulations again, everybody. Please stick around for the Winners Roundtable and Developer's Choice Award, and welcome CEO and founder of the festival, Stephanie Barish.
As I do every year at the end of the awards, I start to think back on our very first IndieCade. Just a room full of developers, a really gorgeous gallery full of developers, and fantastic games. But nobody really kind of knew what indie games were about yet. We were really just there at the forefront having a great time. And that's one of those things that has really changed over these past years. That was 2007. And it's just remarkable now to see how independent games and creators are really at the center of the industry. Like, we're the ones pushing it forward, and it's so incredible to be here. But when I think back also on those days, one of the things that just surprised and delighted us were the games and the people that made the games. That we were just impressed with the innovations and creativity and what everybody came up with. And that is something that has not changed year after year. We still see the same things. And this year, looking at these games, the nominated games, the winning games, the games that submitted that hopefully will submit again next year, it's so incredibly wonderful to feel like we're all here together at the heartbeat of the industry. So my greatest congratulations to everybody for being a part of this, and it's wonderful to be on this journey together. In case anybody is really feeling like they're going to miss out on IndieCade this year, you do not have to worry about it. We have tons of things for people to do. For instance, you can stay tuned all week and listen to developers talk about their games with each other, which is going to be fantastic. We have night games, our first live event in 4 years. And if you can't make it to downtown Los Angeles and play, you can join us on Twitch. And then after the festival, we will be having our Playable Theater Symposium that we have every year, which is incredible. We run a climate jam, which is because we care about our climate, and I hope you all join on Earth Day. And we also have a new event we launched a few years ago called Horizons, which is a student version of IndieCade. And it really is showcasing the up-and-coming work coming from game programs and students around the world. So we hope you join us as participants, as viewers, or of course as supporters and members, because that's how we stay here and do what we do, is as a community together. Thank you all for being here with us. Thank you to all of the contributors. I know we've thanked a lot of people, and it takes much more than a village to put IndieCade together, and it is so appreciated, all of the thought and time and consideration that everybody puts into this. It's a wonderful annual event, and I'm so glad you've all been here for it.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Prime Gaming Insider. Roll that beautiful bean footage.